Back. Still here. Real suckers for punishment, aren't you? Okay. So we've looked at widgets where you set what comes on the screen. Now we're going to shift gears a little, and we are going to ask, what if we want to let the user type in some text? And we've got two widgets for that in YAB. The one is called Textcontrol and the other is Textedit. And it is sort of important not to mix those up, because it's quite easy to make text control that doesn't have a label and that fills up your whole window, and the user can type into that. However, that is not ideal, because if you look at text control set, right, where you can tweak the properties of that widget, then you'll see that it has certain things that actually pertain to a little strip of white in which the user will type a single piece of text. Whereas if you look at Textedit set, you see it has different options. For example, it gives you much more control over the cut, copy, paste, undo, select all. Right, so you can put that on a menu and work with it from there. Now both will give you this little right-click thing, because that's just how everything works. You know, it just gets that from Haiku itself. But if you want more control over the colors and whether it's editable or not, whether it's has word wrap, you know, then you want the text edit. So if you're writing a text editor, use Textedit. If you're writing a little thing, you know, for say a database, then you will use Textcontrol, right? Because everything in a database is a separate little piece of text, right? Name and you know, address, phone number, each of those will be separate. So let's demonstrate that. Right, first the text control. So here we've got a little there it is, text control, right, and then it reads whatever you put in there, right? And so as you can see, once that is done, then there are more text controls and there's another loop. So this is bad programming. I've got not one main loop, I've got two loops in this program, okay? Do as I say, not as I do. Let's see how that actually looks. Okay, enter your name. right? And once we enter, oh, look at that. Please enter your bank account number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh. And your online banking password. Right, and as you can see here, I have made this one obfuscated, which is over here. Right, where is it? Here. Right, in that line. And so that one is now obscured. It only shows us as a bunch of dots. Okay, so having now given you my bank account number and password, okay, accept these values, and there we go. I now have your details, and I'm going to empty your bank account. Okay, that's just a little bit of fun there. Okay, so, but if we have a look here, you can see that, yeah, you can select all, you sort of have to get rid of that. And you can cut and paste, but that's all you can do. Okay. Now, for the Textedit widget, we're going to use a little program that I wrote, I don't know, 15 years ago, and that someone was kind enough to add to the actual YAB example programs. Yay! It's got the very original name, Texteditor, and here you can see that not only have I got the double click here, let's see if we can open a file. Right. We cannot. There's something wrong there. Okay, but doesn't matter. I can fix that. Right, so I can cut and then undo, or I can do it from here. So right, and that is because it has different settings available. So I don't know why it won't let me open a file. I think the file panel settings have changed since I wrote this. Let's see. Yeah, probably. There's probably something missing here. Okay, so as you can see, I can have scroll bars, either just vertical, just horizontal, or both. So it is sort of important to keep these distinctions in mind, right? And to figure out how much do you want your user to be able to do? Because just like I could have a, full screen, what's it called again? Textcontrol. Just as easily I could put in a text edit that's just, one line deep. Wouldn't be very difficult at all. But then you're not using the system to its fullest extent, probably wasting a little bit of memory as well. So figure out what you want your user to be able to do and then use the correct one. Okay, so these last 4 lessons, I'm going to put them up on the Git repository on SourceForge, and you should see the link in the show notes if you're new to this channel. Okay, don't switch off yet. I forgot something that I wanted to show you, and that is over here. You remember this little program that I wrote that I've been sitting on, haven't released it yet? If you look here, okay, so this is the help text. There's no separate button or menu item for help because it's easy enough. And as you can see, I just put it in a text edit, which I made non-editable, and it has a simple vertical scroll bar. Right? Not always you can do this because sometimes your help text is like a condensed version of War and Peace, but here it is easy enough to just put it in here. So that is another thing that you can use for a text edit for. You can make it non-editable and use it to present data to your user rather than get the user to create the data for you. Okay, that's really the end. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.